Hi guys, back again from the Long War Impossible. I have my trusty cup of tea with me here, and I have bought this mug. Well, I say I've bought. There's a company in the UK called Sports Direct, and any UK viewers will probably know where I'm going with this. If you buy something from their website, you get an obscenely large mug. It's like 2.5 times the size of a normal mug, and it's perfectly suited for a good amount of tea, and that's exactly what I need to keep me alert and hydrated. And let me tell you something else. This game is called Enemy Within, and most people think that that's a reference to Exalt, but nope, it's not. It's the true enemy within is staying hydrated. Dehydration is the enemy within. So, let's get started. More sectoid corpses for scientists. I mean, they were giving me better deals before. France is cheaping it. Oh well. We'll go with that. Beginning weaponry continues up there. See, Japan knows where it's at. So I think I've had 5 of these offers. 3 of them were for 2 scientists, and 2 of them were for 1. So that's another 8 scientists since I got xenobiology. Look at this; it's already 2 days ahead of the council report. Excuse me. We'll keep going and see what we get. Excavation complete. Does that mean another step towards Steam is available? I have to sell something to get that. Question is, do I want to sell anything just to do that? I could sell alien alloys. No, I'm only joking. Never sell alien alloys early on, and never sell meld ever, because meld becomes so tight in the late game. And although I'll get some workshop rebates for alien alloys, they're still quite a bottleneck in your engineering. No, there's nothing good to sell, so I'll just have to suffer. We have a satellite. Having a look. I think I've got now 1 spare satellite, so if they decide to knock out Japan, I'll be all good. Right. More sectoids for scientists. I need to kill some more sectoids at this rate. Ah, this could be a scout then. This mission. Let's see. Will I get a bounty, or will we get a landing? A crash landing.
Nearing strike range.
Ah, tremendous work. It's a landing. It's probably going to be a shorter mission then, but that's fine. Now, on a landing, what you usually find at this stage is there's not likely to be more than 3 pods. So, 3 pods on the outsider, that is. So there'll be the outsider sitting in his UFO. There'll be possibly 2 pods, but probably 3 to be on the safe side of things. So, how do we deal with this? I want to take 1 high level person and the rest quite low. I'd like to take high level gunner. Now, what did I say about how I was going to pick one of these 2 when we came to it? I think what I said was that flush tends to be the better option early on, and there's nothing here that tells me that I should be picking holo targeting. So, yeah, we'll go with that. I think I would like to take 2 specialists and the rest rookies. I think that's what I will do. I'd like another scout. I have 1 assault. Actually, no, I don't need 2 scouts. I've got that one coming off wound in 4 days. So I think I'll go with an assault if I can. It would be a waste for Conrad Wagner to be an assault with that high aim. So I think Amy Gordon, the rookie, or the previous rookie, she will become an assault. The reason I want an assault is because the outsider just melts to anything with a shotgun. So an assault or a scout can deal with that. It would still be nice to take a scout. Scout is one of those, like gunners, you want one on every mission if possible. Running the overwatches is just so great. The thing is that you can burn through scouts quite quickly, because if you take 10 overwatch runs, 1 of them is probably going to hit. And that's not going to go well for you. So I'll take another specialist. I don't think I need another sniper right now. That's an option actually, I could take the sniper. But in any case, I'm going to take 3 rookies, so we'll decide on that one. I'll just take average aim ones. Actually, I think 65 is the highest aim I've got on offer for my rookies at the minute. It is. 61. Although, a lot of defense. That's good. 0 defense on the assault. That's a shame. Assaults are better with more defense. So we've got a Lance Corporal Specialist, 3 rookies, and I'd like another Specialist. What is a Specialist that can just get a lot done? The Sniper does not seem to be one of those. The true answer is either Engineer or Scout. I've got 2 Engineers. Don't need another one. It's a Scout. I'd like it if I had another option, but another option for a Sniper in future. But one of these rookies will probably end up being a Sniper. Yep. Okay. The thing is with if you take a Scout and Assault, they're more powerful having a Scout and an Assault together on the same team than they are separately. You know, they're more powerful. The sum of their parts. They're more powerful than the sum of their parts having an Assault and a Scout on the same team, because the Scout can run Overwatches for the Assault, and the Assault can deal with huge amounts of damage. And since they both have shotguns, they're both going to be up on the front line doing crazy damage. And with a Gunner as well, to prevent even more Overwatches, this is like the ultimate anti-Overwatch team, with suppress and flashbangs and all that goodness. Speaking of, I'm going to need some flashbangs and HE grenades, more useful than plating early on. The thing about the plating is, it's not that the ceramic plating isn't useful. It is useful, but the way that you should use these is to reach breakpoints. And what breakpoints are they are points where you can then afford to take a hit on something. So, for example, sectoid breakpoints I think would probably be around about 6 health. If you have 6 health, you can reliably take a sectoid hit and not die. Before that, it's better to just have answers that mean that you don't even have to take hits, in my opinion, or something that will improve your defense, like a smoke grenade. So I will take a smoke grenade on this one, and probably give it to one of the rookies. Actually, no. I'll give the Gunner a medkit, because I can, and I will give one of the rookies a smoke grenade. Early on, I find that 1 smoke grenade tends to be useful. More than that is probably not very efficient. The difference between having 1 smoke grenade and having 0 is a huge difference, whereas the difference between having 1 smoke grenade and 2 smoke grenades is probably nowhere near as much of an impact. I generally treat smoke grenades as kind of a last resort situation. Hopefully I'd like to kill aliens rather than defend against them, if possible. Okay, not a bad mission for this. It's quite a spread out one, having a lot of space and there's a lot of line of sight blocker. It is in a very densely populated urban area, Bradford, which is why it makes it good, because it has lots of walls and line of sight blockers, lots of heavy cover, and a nice starting area which eases you into the map. It's very good. It's also one of the most dangerous maps for snipers. Dangerous in that they can be dangerous on it, because they can get on this roof and then snipe everything down at the bottom here. Right, so we'll take an easy turn. There's usually meld here, actually. We'll see if there is this time. If there is, I might be dashing for it. Nope, not this time.
Got it covered.
Okay.
Headed there now.
This will be a quick mission going quickly by the looks of it.
Moving out.
Meld. Is there any meld? This is a good opportunity to get meld here, because this map is so big that you don't usually get accosted on the way for meld.
Affirmative.
I don't want to peek out just yet.
On my way.
He has abnormally high mobility.
Heading there now.
Sometimes that, I don't know if you saw that there, that said that he was going to run through the door and then there, and sometimes it gets it wrong, but
Headed there now.
that can be a bit catastrophic sometimes when you're trying to path your soldiers around line of sight blockers to avoid overwatches. I've had that happen before, where the little vector that tells you where your soldier's going to run lies to you, and it's horrible. Right, so it sounds like the sectoid's just over here behind this pillar. That's fine. And the meld is in that direction as well, so
Yes,
we're
Commander.
about to go and see what we see. Nothing so far.
Heading there now. I'm on it, Commander. I'm on the move.
That's affirmative.
Alright, gotta play this quick like we're a SWAT team. Busting through doors, kicking in aliens' heads.
Affirmative.
Still nothing.
On my way.
It's all quiet. It's
Moving.
spooky. It's spooky. It's so spooky when there's no aliens around.
Will do.
You walk like a large way through the map. You just wouldn't worried that they're all sitting in one big pod waiting for you. Oh, looks like they've moved from over there to there.
Hear something?
The meld is still over there though, so we'll go for it. This guy, he's got extremely good running skills. He can seem to run a lot further than everyone else. Right, I think that's fairly safe even if I trigger pods, so I'm going to dash so I can get this meld. He's only a rookie.
Moving.
We value everyone equally in XCOM.
Heading to that location.
That's what it says on the official company documentation at least.
I'm on the move.
That's it. There we go. Quiet mission so far. Time for an intermediary cup of tea. Okay, so if I move to there, I think I'll be able to get the meld next turn.
Heading to that location. Alien object in sight.
He spotted something but hasn't activated it. That's a sectoid. Okay, I need to get some support up for him then.
Location confirmed.
Because when he might trigger in the next alien turn, and then he'll have to move to here, and then be out in the open against these sectoids. So I don't really want that.
On the move.
Okay.
That's just out of range of sight, so hopefully they'll either patrol in the opposite direction, or they'll patrol into him, and nothing bad will happen. Situations like this scare me because what can happen is that the aliens will patrol on their turn, and then get their turn as well. I've seen that happen a few times. Not very many times, but I've seen it happen. And it's not fun when it does, because almost universally when it happens, you end up taking horrible hits and horrible things happen. Okay, that's good. It looks like... Well, it looks like you got a kill, so that's one good start to it. Okay. Right, it didn't look like they moved, so I can move up and hunker down, take the meld. Actually, I think I'll scout first with this
Okay.
position here. If there's something there, I'm going to just end up moving back, really. No, okay, that's fine. We'll take the meld and we'll hunker down. Hopefully that won't trigger an outsider who's just sitting there, but
Affirmative. Got the goods.
I could fall back here. But unfortunately there's nowhere else for the rest of my squad to stand if I do that. Okay, is this a situation for a smoke grenade? There are 3 sectoids here. One of them will probably mind meld and maybe do a psychic attack, which I suppose smoke grenade won't help much against, so hunkering down seems to be my best option. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of these two took psychic damage next turn, or panicked. Right.
Location.
Set the scout up to trigger overwatches, and I want the assault ready to flank.
Stepping on.
I'd like to get the gunner there. Yeah, I can get the gunner there, I think. I'm worried about pods here. I'm going to move the gunner first to here to check that side, and then move to that log. When you're a little afraid of triggering pods, it can be good to do the blue move before you do the gold move rather than the straight gold move. Yeah. Blue move and gold move, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. This is a blue move. This is a gold move, so your first action is a blue, second action is gold. I think that's fairly straightforward though. I just don't know if everyone calls them blue and gold. Right, here in Hunker I think.
Getting there now.
So, I've dashed forward to a better position, and I'm going to hunker these two. Hopefully they'll move forward, and that'll give this line of troops something to do next turn. I have the smoke grenade next turn if I can't get any kills or anything. There's the mind meld. When they see two hunkered down soldiers, it's quite likely that they'll do a psychic attack. But, you know, I'd prefer the psychic attack. That's good, I can flank that with the gunner here. I have flush on this gunner, I forgot about that. I didn't... he's on Overwatch, okay. That's actually not so bad either, because I could move... If I could move here, then I could move the rookie to there to take a shot. The trouble is I don't think I've got any backup for that. I could try this one first, and then use the assault as the backup, in case that doesn't work out. Now I'm wondering, I think that if this rookie wasn't standing here, this scout could reach this cover, and I think I would quite like that. But, obviously, I can't move the rookie until the scout moves, because he's the one... Mohammed Khanan has to take this Overwatch hit. Do we have a flashbang on this rookie? No. I could grenade this one. I think he's got a grenade as well. Yes, he does. And that would get a rookie a kill, probably. Maybe the first thing to do is to see if I get a kill. No, because if this doesn't work, I'm going to need to suppress this one. And the positions that we're sitting at right now are probably good for that. I think this is a workable plan. I think this could work. The assault can support if this doesn't work out.
Solid copy.
Come on, there it is. I can even have the scout take a shot. The flank will give him a slight aim bonus, but the range will be quite painful. 34%, yeah. It's worth a shot, just on the off chance that I don't have to move this rookie. Oh, that's good. That's why you can, you know, you can sometimes take low percentage shots to save the day. Okay, that leaves us with a lot better situation then. So this assault could move. I definitely don't want to move too close to this UFO, but I think I'm going to have to move at least here. That's his flank as well. Okay, yeah, that's a lot safer. He's the leader, Sectoid, and he's unfortunately in full cover because of low profile. Right. I think maybe the safest thing to do is to move here to see if it'll trigger the outsider or not. If it does trigger the outsider, then I can suppress him and we can go from there. And I think this rookie has something, yeah. Yeah, this rookie has smoke grenade, so we can deal with that. So yeah, move to here.
Aye, aye, Commander.
See what happens. That's good news. I can take this shot and then use a grenade if it doesn't kill. If it completely misses, I might be ending up... Oh, well, that's good.
About to start keeping score.
Now I think I can move forward and suppress. I believe I can suppress from the meld canister. So that's what I'll do. I can't reach. One of the safest things to do, I think, would be to run and gun here in Overwatch. But the trouble is, here, and that's so risky on my last turn of the game, except for this one, which I could use as a smoke grenade. What I'm trying to do here is save using a smoke grenade on this guy. I was hoping that suppress would do that, but can't seem to reach. Yeah, I just cut there to give myself a little time to think, so I think my only option is using the smoke grenade here. I think that's really the only one. So I'll try and smoke grenade all three. The edges of smoke grenades can be fickle, so I think I'm just going to have to throw it on him. This scout, he had to have 4 health, did the scout, didn't he? He had to. It's in all likelihood this guy will just run away. The AI for the last sectoid often just decides to run. Yeah, but that's not really a chance I want to take, to be honest, so I'm just going to smoke him. And Overwatch. Have the assault move to the side here, I think. Just check that I can sit by this tree and not be flanked. I could be flanked, but that seems so unlikely that he'd move there. It's not worth the risk though, so I'll move here and hunker.
Aye, aye, Commander. Got it covered.
Maybe I'll get lucky, he'll move forward and the gunner will kill him with an Overwatch. Actually, I don't even think that's possible. The gunner does 3 to 5 damage and they can't crit on Overwatches. That's right, isn't it? I don't think it tells me here, no. Yeah, I think that's right though. Right, so at this point it has to be the scout who moves forward, so I'm going to move forward, blue move, and then possibly up to this here if I can. I don't want to be there in case I trigger the outsider and end up flanked, so I'm going to move here. Move everyone in the path scout took because we know that's safe.
I'm rolling.
Get him out of trouble.
Copy that.
He can sit there and reload.
Good to go.
I think he's the only rookie with a kill so far, I think.
Aye, aye, Commander.
No, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have hunkered down there. There's no point.
Aye, aye. I'm on the
Because the scout dashed. So that hunker down's wasted. I should have been in Overwatch. Oh, it ends up not mattering though, at least.
On the move.
Alright, seems like I'm not going to get
That's affirmative.
flanked if I stand there now. So that's good. At least not this turn anyway.
I'm rolling. Aye, aye, Commander.
On my way.
Alright, moving up. In some cases, when you're fighting the last sectoid, or the last enemy, in some cases it can be safer to have everyone on Overwatch than hunkering down, because they're likely to kill them outside of cover.
Heading to that location.
Oh, this sectoid has done a proper run. It's gone on a little adventure now. Right, I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer to the UFO. If he's sitting here, I'll be so annoyed.
I'm on it, Commander.
The sound waves said this direction, but that could have been the outsider.
That's affirmative.
Quite likely to be the outsider, to be honest.
Headed there now.
Affirmative.
What was that sound?
Alright, Scout, do your thing.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Moving.
This is one sectoid that does not want to be in this
Aye, aye,
battle.
Commander.
Bien ocho veces. On my way.
Heading out.
So this line of Overwatch here, like I said, I think that's safer than hunkering down. I think if he comes into vision of this log, then it's almost certain that he'll die. The percentage chance that he will not, if he runs here, will be quite low. Well, there's always accounting for this, where he moves into the tile, and I still have vision of him. Now, where's my gunner? So I can keep him where he is. Move the gunner forward a little bit.
Get in position.
We're getting into outsider trigger territory here, which isn't too bad. I've got flashbangs and things to deal with the outsider. I'd just like to kill this guy first if possible. Right, so in my opinion the way to do that is to have the scout and the assault go far left so that they can breach in to kill this guy, and then also next turn they'll be able to deal with the outsider.
Solid copy, Commander.
Keep him where he is with Overwatch.
Roger. Tracking.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Yeah, I figured they'd be terrible shots, all these rookies. So I can keep him pinned again with suppression, get a little bit closer. I might end up triggering the outsider, so I will move these soldiers first.
That's affirmative.
I'd like to get right up to here before I trigger the outsider if possible.
I'm on it, Commander.
So, next turn, what can happen here is the scout. The scout's going to need to be a little bit closer actually. What I'm thinking here is either I need to trigger the outsider. I don't want to trigger the outsider, so if the outsider's sitting here, this is a bad move. But if he's not sitting here, this is a great move, because then I can move the scout up to kill this guy, and then when that triggers the outsider, the assault can do his job and do the same thing. I could maybe finish with a flush, or I can move forward and grenade and flashbang. I've got many options. The trouble is I'm not sure it's worth the risk, so I think I'll just suppress and try and get a little bit closer next turn. I have plenty of ammo on the gunner so far, so I can also move these rookies a little bit closer as well. We're currently not really doing very much,
In there now.
just keeping the guy in Overwatch.
On the move.
I'm rolling. Roger. I've got my eyes on. Moving to Overwatch.
Well, that's fine, the scout can deal with that. I want to save the suppression because it'll probably trigger the outsider and I might need to use it on him. So I'm going to run the risk of the Overwatch. I'm not even sure that I can actually... No, I can't even get to him. I might have to suppress again. The assault can, but the assault can't trigger the Overwatch. Right, if I can't see him from here, that is iffy. I don't think I can, but I can throw a flashbang at least.
To that location.
Keep him from moving. And then reload. Oh no, I can. That's good. There it is.
Dead and gone.
The execution of a plan. Right, considering where the scout is, I'm not going to move anyone right now.
Aye, aye.
At least nowhere that I know isn't safe.
Looking for. Getting it done.
Time to motor.
Go Shax.
Come get some.
Roger that.
Right, now we trigger the outsider. One good thing about the outsider is he doesn't move. So, you know that if you... Like in this vision now, I can pull back and I'm not going to trigger the outsider. I can stay where I am, I'm not going to trigger the outsider. I have to move forward to do that, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it with one of these rookies because I want him to rush forward to engage the rookie.
Headed there now. Enemies in sight.
So here he is, he'll rush forward, that's good. That's a position I can maybe flank from. I can definitely flashbang him anyway. I can move, suppress and flashbang, and I think that's my option. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll move to here, flashbang,
Headed there now.
and suppress him from that corner. Next turn, he's dead. So I think this was a one-pod UFO, so that's not so bad, is it? Okay. Considering how safe I feel here, maybe I can move forward and try and get one of these rookies a kill. I've just not used hardly any of the consumables in this game. The one smoke grenade seemed to be it.
Roger that. Scanning.
Right, I need the assault close as well.
Time to motor.
Okay, that's fine. He's flashbanged, and I could... I don't think he's not going to hit me with a flashbang, but then I don't want to move, and then he does, and then I'll look very silly. So I'm going to suppress just to make sure. So, I'll move the scout, take a shot, and then have the rookie finish it if the scout doesn't. Yeah.
Will go.
It's still possible that the scout could just kill it in one hit, but we'll see. No, that's perfect. That means the rookie can get the kill. Good.
Moving.
That's what I like to see.
No
Is that it? Yeah, just a one pod UFO. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, scouts go from 1 to 3 pods. I've seen ones where there's a single pod, but it's quite a large one, like 4 or 5 floaters. And I've seen ones where you have like 3 pods of sectoids, so it can vary like that. As time goes on, the outsiders get more health, more aim, and more mobility, I believe. But for the start, they're fairly easy to deal with. Okay, maybe I did get a kill on Anne Reynolds then. What's her aim like? Because she might become... Yeah, she's probably going to become an assault as well. Okay. The scout here, again, I'll leave that choice up until when I actually need it. But I think I'll probably end up picking holo targeting because of how situational damn good ground is. And honestly, not as great for a scout as it would be for the classes, because scouts tend to... They'll move around a lot, so yeah, they'll be on high ground, but they tend not to shoot from high ground to low ground because they're often using shotguns, at least in the way that I play them. They often use shotguns, and you're just not often taking shotgun shots from high ground. So yeah. That was okay. That was okay. It wasn't a big mission, but they can't all be massive missions, so I think I'll actually spin the globe a little bit and talk about what I'm doing in the base. Now that I've actually got some damaged stuff that I can sell, I can actually start building towards the steam vent. The steam vents are incredibly useful. What they really are is a way of just compacting all of your power. They cost probably around about the same as a fission generator in terms of power, but obviously only take 1 square, which is really valuable when you need adjacency bonuses. So yeah, it's a great thing to have a steam vent fairly quickly accessibly. That's not bad. I won't need the foundry for a while, but I may look into capturing aliens quite early in this campaign. Perhaps even over over armor research.
I appreciate your efforts
Oh,
to
every
support
time,
the
Balan.
research team, Commander. I've
Every
already put
time.
the new recruits to work in the lab.
Yeah, so when you get alien materials, then you get advanced. I think it's called advanced armor, something. I don't remember, but that's when you get carapace armor. So that would be my first choice. But if I look into xenogenetics, that starts the route towards mechs, which are naturally incredibly good. That and xenoneurology then means you can start capturing aliens, and you can get some quite useful upgrades early on, such as medkit upgrade. That's an incredible upgrade. Yeah, there's some great options taking that route, so that might end up being the way that I go. I'm going to have to start saving some sectoids so that I can autopsy them. I don't know if I want to keep throwing them away for scientists anymore. I only need 3 more, so that's not too bad. I'm going to need a lot more thin men, but the next council mission should give me all the ones that I need. Is there anything I can buy? Satellites, but not yet. Autoloader. I sometimes like to spend that early game cash that I was talking about on these items for mechs, because the cash is floating around and you're going to use them at some point, but right now I'm happy. I've got a full complement of fighters, and I'm not going to need any more for a while, but I will probably end up moving to North America because the bonus is so good. The funny thing about North America is the longer you wait to take it, the better the bonus is when you get it, which is funny because if you've got 3 continents already and you've got all, like if you've got 18 interceptors, then you take North America's bonus, then you're suddenly saving yourself a lot more money than if you just have 1 continent and then take the North America bonus. But yeah, generally the biggest advantage of taking the next continent, I find, is that you get a lot more scouts, which you can then use to train up your troops. So that can be one big benefit of expanding early. I like to expand comfortably. I don't like to save it late, and I don't like to do it early either, so I tend to be trying to expand comfortably. So when you've got a good amount of money, we haven't even had the first council report yet, so it'll be a while before we deal with that. I'll spin the globe for... I'll give it up to the 28th, and then I'll stop.
Excavation complete.
Another excavation complete. That's that one. Since it costs 40, and that'll be finished in 4 days, I'm going to do that, so then I can do that. I think the actual council report will happen before then, or exactly then. so that's not really a concern. I'm not going to get very much money from this council report, I don't think. Yeah, like 200, not a lot. But then again, I'm also not costing a lot by having lots of satellites or uplinks and such. So yeah, that's the end of a short UFO crash landing, but fine nonetheless. See you for the next one.